Oh, good day, friends. Mikey Glovesave here, and thank you for tuning in today. Mikey Glovesave is quite excited for a couple reasons. First, as you know, tonight is Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Also, Mikey Glovesave coaches a youth softball team, and we have our first game of the playoffs tonight. And my inspirational speech before the game is going to go something like this. I'm going to say, kids, Coach Glovesave needs to get out of here ASAP. He needs to be at home on that couch by 8 o'clock. And they're going to say, Coach Glovesave, what's so important that you need to be home by then? And I'm going to say, Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals. And they're going to say, oh, crap, we want to get out of here so we can get home and watch the game too. And I'm going to say, well, let's blow these clowns out by the mercy rule and let's get home. And for those of you who tuned into the previous video, you'll know that Mikey Glovesave's anniversary is this week. It's actually tomorrow. And he would really like to impress Mrs. Glovesave. He has a whopping 21 subscribers right now, and I know you find that impressive, but keep in mind, those are all my friends that I asked to subscribe. So I don't think I have any organic subscribers at this point. If you would like to be that individual and get old Mikey Glovesave up to 25 subscribers maybe, I could go to Mrs. Glovesave and said, hey, check this out. You're married to Mikey Glovesave, a household name. She'll be very impressed. And we are coming off our first losing night of this year's finals. And that's okay, because in this game, you're going to win some and you're going to lose some. And being the professional that Mikey Glovesave is, other than saying a couple nasty things about Sam Reinhart and Luosterainen, who cost us those nice 4+ money bets, he's going to move on. We're in a bounce back position, and I'm feeling it. Now, as you know, Mikey Glovesave is also auto betting the draw every game this series. I got it at plus 350 on FanDuel. And speaking of auto bets, how is Sam Bennett's point prop still at minus 125? The front runner for the Conn Smythe Award, at least a point in every game, and I got him at minus 125 on Fanatics. At least I did last night. Hopefully the line didn't change too much for you. And Brad Marchand, his point prop was at minus 110 on Fanatics. Thank you. Yeah, I did it. And now that we talked about Marchand, let's talk about his line mates. Anton Lundell has been involved in every goal that Marchand has had so far this series, except for one. And then the one game that Marchand didn't have a goal, Lundell did. So I took his point prop, and I got it at plus 135 on Fanatics. And then for a half unit, I took his assist prop at plus 260. And the other line mate on that third line, Luosterainen, has also had a little bit of involvement in Marchand's goal fest here. Good chunk of assists coming from him. So I did the same thing. I took his point prop at plus 154 on FanDuel, and then a half unit on his assist prop at plus 255 also on FanDuel. Okay. Mikey Glovesave is not too thrilled about this one. But the trends in the data make him believe this is a good bet, so he's going to do it. Connor McDavid, first 2 games of the series in Edmonton, he gets 2 assists and 3 assists. Then they go to Florida. He's held pointless. Game 4, he gets an assist. Then they go back to Edmonton, and he gets his first goal of the series. Now they're going back to Florida, where the ice is softer and is a little more detrimental to a speed demon like him, which I think those first 2 games at Florida proved. I'm looking at his shot attempts. I'm looking at them taking place in the high danger zones, the low danger zones, and it seems like Florida has a pretty good grasp on him, at least at this point. Now, this is Connor McDavid. We know he could come out and get a hat trick in the first period, and it wouldn't surprise us. But for now, Mikey Glovesave is going to take under 2 points for Connor McDavid, minus 122 on FanDuel. And while on the subject of Mr. Perry, Mr. Glovesave took the liberty of checking his shots on goal props. Now, check this out. In Game 1, he had 2 shots on goal, and that's the least amount of shots on goal he's had this entire series. After that, he went to 3, 5, 4, and 3. He got 3 even though he was on the third line. Now, his shots on goal prop has been set this whole time at minus 1.5, over minus 1.5, for a decent price. Now, that's gone up a bit, but his 3+ shots on goal, which I am very pleased with, is at plus 190 on Fanatics. So Daddy threw a half unit on that. Daddy was also taking a look at Jake Wallman's shots on goal prop, and he noticed that in the first 2 games of the series, he was slapping the puck. He was getting a lot of attempts off, and a decent chunk of them were getting to the net. And then, come Game 3, that declined a bit. And Daddy's taking a look at his shot attempts versus the ones that get to the net versus the ones that get blocked, and missed the net. And Daddy thinks that Jake Wallman under 1.5 shots on goal for minus 120 is not a bad bid. So I took that on FanDuel. Now, Mikey Glovesave has noticed, as I'm sure most of you have too, that Matthew Tkachuk has been producing quite nicely. Now, I know that that's not how you pronounce his name, but I'm going to pronounce it like that anyway because this is my show and I know nobody's watching anyway. So, Daddy took a look at his assists, and I noticed that Matthew Tkachuk has only gone one game this series without an assist. And the previous series versus Carolina, same thing. Only one game without an assist. And I found his assist prop at even money. I got it at plus 100 on FanDuel, so of course I'm going to take that. And Mikey Glovesave is not done with Mr. Tkachuk just yet. Let's combine him for a point with Sam Bennett, plus 130 on Fanatics. And let's just get even a little more saucy. Bennett, Mr. Goal with Tkachuk, Mr. Assist. Let's do a Bennett goal with a Tkachuk assist for a quarter unit, plus 300 on Fanatics. And I know you're all on the edge of your seat waiting for a good old Mikey Glovesave parlay. Well, Mikey Glovesave doesn't want to disappoint, so here's one for you. You know what Corey Perry, Connor McDavid, and Sam Bennett all have in common? None of them have gone under 2+ shots on goal this entire series. They've actually exceeded that quite easily, so I took all of them for 2+ shots on goal. And in addition to that, another fun fact, the Panthers have not gone under a team total of 4 this entire series. So Daddy combined those shots on goals with Florida team total over 2.5, and I got a plus 210 on Fanatics for that one. And we're going to end this party with one more parlay. Daddy likes to call this the Ian from the Ice Guys Elimination Game Special. I'm going over 4.5 goals with Edmonton on the puck line at plus 2.5 and Florida on the puck line at plus 2.5. With the profit boost on FanDuel, I got that at plus 109. That's a pretty good deal. And this does it for today's edition of Hockey Picks with Mikey Glovesave. Please keep in mind also that the Nuge is a game time decision. And I'm going to keep my eye on the lines here because if something changes before game time and they announce it and I could get a decent price on his replacement's point prop, I'm going to be posting it on the Twitter machine. Please be sure to like, subscribe, follow, click the notifications, tell all your homies, pretty much do everything that everybody on YouTube tells you to do. And please remember that if you decide to tail me, that's your own choice. I'm just telling you what I'm taking and why. And tailing me can sometimes be like going to a Motley Crue concert. Good day, Mikey Glovesave out.